All right, let's go ahead and take a look at this. So this strategy's been running all night, and these are the results here this morning so far. So let's take a look at the this is the mini, and then here's the big contract. I'll show you in a second, but they're pretty much the same. Let me put the mini, the micro, sorry, next to the mini. I mean the micro next to the big contract on the S&P. So there's your micro. Been running the strategy. I've had it on 24 hours. Here is the big contract. I want to show you that they're pretty much the same. So let's take a look at it. Let's take a look at the, this is the big contract, and here is the micros. So you can trade when you're using the algorithm, the automated strategy. You can use the big contract, or you can even do the micros. So you can tell they pretty much are going to implement the same type of setup. Whether you do the micros, micros are 1/10 of the big contract. So this thing's been running. This is the S&P. I'll show you. I've been running for the last 24 hours. Do real time. So real time, we've had, it's done pretty good. I mean, this has been 8 total contracts, so 2 sets of 4. Had a nice little profit right there. And then here is the real time on the micros. Real time and micros, you can see, is there. So you're almost 1/10 typically. I mean, it could be higher. This is obviously higher than this is higher than the big contract, but typically it's 1/10. So I just want to let you, I want to show you that the micros can be utilized with the algo just like the big contract. So it's just usually 1/10 of that. It could be a little bit higher, a little bit lower, but typically it's 1/10 of that. The micros had more trades than the CL did. That's why actually, look, it had 12 contracts total. It's had 8 contracts total over the last 24 hours. So let's take a look at these markets real quick. I want to go over these. So the best way to look at this, guys, is that I went over this yesterday in a video. I won't make this video very long. We're releasing the new algo and indicator together. The best time to look for setups is when you turn all first red or all first green, all 6 reds, all 6 green. So if you take a look at our momentum chart that you have right now, all the members out there have this momentum chart. Okay, this is over here. This is the Momo chart. Momentum. And what the momentum chart tells us is that when we have, when a market, depending if you're trading any futures, any stock, any Forex, any currency, this works on all markets, it tells you that the market is possibly going to go vertical. If it's going to go vertical, we need to be aware of that and understand that we need to try to position ourselves in the market in that direction. So the momentum chart, when we turn 6 red altogether, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 3 zones I have on the momentum chart. If all 6 turn red together, you're looking for a possible momentum to the downside. We're looking for a vertical move. So as you can see, it all started at 3:15 this morning. So 3:15 right here at this level. That big push down. Let me get this over here a little bit. So the momentum started right here on the momentum chart. Started right there. That's a big push down. Right here. So here's the big push. You see that we're getting a lot of momentum coming to mark to the downside. So we start printing all 6 red. All right. That's when this algorithm can be turned on. You can turn the algorithm on, and you can have your preset, whether you trade the micros or the main contract, you can have preset targets already in. Preset first target, second target, third target. Now this is just to show you how it works, but these were on all night last night. All right, so what it does is that I have a long-term trend filter that is a longer term trend filter on an Unibar with our ATR now. So this ATR is going to be continuous. It's going to be all red or all green. So as long on the retracement, when you turn this thing on and you're all 6 red, what it will do is the strategy automatically knows what zone that you put in and it cannot violate. Now I'm using a 5438, that you guys are going to be getting. 5438. So that should catch all the longer zone, the intermediate zone, and the shallow retracement. So it caught the zone here, zone here, zone here on the way down. All right, it did the same thing on the big contract. Big contract did the same thing. It caught the zones on the way down. Okay. So as long as you don't close out, so when you turn this thing on, the algorithm knows as long as you don't close outside the pre-programmed zone, it's going to take all these trades. All right, so that's how we can do it. That's how we can do it until you get a trend change here. Now it's turning green, so we won't take any trades. So now we'll wait for all 6 green. You can turn the algorithm back off if you want, or if you have a pre-programmed, or if you like a setting that you can let this run 23 hours or 24 hours a day if you can, if you want. But I'm educating traders, wait for momentum to come in the market because the accuracy is really uncanny. If you wait for all 6 red or all 6 green, then what happens is you get these nice little moves on retracements. So for example, we had one last night. We had all 6 red. That happened last night. And you can see the retracement that happened yesterday, all 6 red. And the arrows will automatically come up for you also. Okay, so if you're turning all 6 red, these arrows will automatically fire for you. Now I got the algo set to only take zone trades. So you can see they will still fire inside the zone, but the algo is specified to only fire trades when you get to that outer edge. So you can do that. You can have it set to only fire at certain points. But what you can do is, like right now, is we have 1, 2, 3, 4 green. So now we have our long-term ATR starting green now. So if these were all 6 red, all 6 green, you could turn the algo on and look for a buy setup. So if we were coming down, I'll let the micros run here too. I'll show you how this works. I'll just let this run just for purpose of illustrate how the entry will work. It's a Renko bar, 13 Renko bar music. So there's a little bit of momentum to the upside right now because we have 2 zones that are green, 1 zone that's red. But you see this outer zone got closed above. So we're looking for a buy retracement. So what the algo will do if you have this thing turned on is it will look for the WPTs to come in. So we're looking for a red speed bar to come in right now. Red speed bar. We're looking for a red speed bar. This is a green speed bar. Looking for a red speed bar to come in right now and looking for it to come down and get us at this zone. And if it does give a speed bar and we don't get the zone, the arrow will still show up if we get a reversal for a possible entry. So you can see we have a little bit of momentum. We don't have 6, so we don't have strong momentum in the market. We do have more momentum to the upside than to the downside because we have 4 against 2. All right. Your strongest momentum you're going to get is here when you have 6 red. So at 7:30 this morning, here's another trade. At 7:30 this morning, it just happened. And at 5:30 this morning, we had red, 6 red, and it knows to take the zone trade, the algo automatically, so we had that one. So right now, it's looking for a retracement. There's your speed bar. Speed bar just came up. There's your speed bar on the big contract. There's your speed bar on your micros. I just want to show you how these work together. So what the algo is going to try to do, I have them both turned on. It's going to look for a long side setup if we get a reversal. If we get a reversal in the market, then it's already pre-programmed in when to look for a reversal. An arrow will print below when this thing should be looking to go long. Now, is this 6 bars to the upside? I mean, 6 ATRs to the upside? No, it's only 4. But so that's not strong momentum because we want 6 is the best momentum you can get. So some of you, if you just want to trade the strongest momentum, you want to wait for 6 green. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 against 2 right now. It's 4 by 2 right now. So we do have the bias is still to the upside because we have a green ATR over here, a longer term ATR on the micros and the big contract on the ES. They're both green, which is good. It's matching up with their momentum. It's a 4 by 2. I want 6 by 6 for strong momentum. You see how that happens yesterday. We had some big trades yesterday. I did a video on that yesterday, played yesterday's video. We did some live trades yesterday and recorded them on yesterday's video if you want to replay that. I believe it hit target 2. One hit target 3, I believe, if you want to replay that. But now, see the algo's waiting. It's waiting for the entry. It's got slight momentum to the upside. I just want to show you when this thing's going to print. And then we'll look for a long side setup. So what we're doing is we're using the momentum chart that you guys already have here. This is the momentum chart to gauge when the markets go vertical. Because the best time to look at trade setups would be when the market is going vertical. As a trader, we need momentum. So where a lot of systems fail and a lot of indicators fail is they try to get you into chop markets. And chop markets, you cannot be a retracement trader. Well, if you look at all the indicators that come with free with all these platforms, or if you have to buy them, you know, the majority of indicators, I believe, in my opinion, 99% of all the indicators out there are worthless because they don't look for order flow. So to me, what I'm looking for is order flow. These speed bars are looking for order flow too. They're looking to catch the wrongly positioned traders on a retracement with momentum. So we don't have momentum. To me, in my way I like to do this with this setup is that I'm looking for retracements with momentum. So the momentum is slightly up. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 by 2. Now if it closes below, the last momentum bar here, then you don't want to take the setup. As long as this thing holds, and we get a reversal, you're looking for a move to the upside. All right. So, but what we can do is you can use this as when it first turns 6 red or 6 green. You can turn the algo on like it did this morning. It gets into the zone and it'll automatically put you in the position. It'll put your stops in. So we have small stops. You can see I got filled in the zone there. I'll let this thing run all night. So you can use it with your pre-programmed targets, stops, and trail. Okay? But it's not going to pull us in until you have your speed bars coming down. It's not going to pull you in until everything qualifies. It is at the zone now. We do have little momentum. So once we get this pull in, if it pulls in before it closes below this low, we're going to get pulled into the market. If it doesn't, the algo knows that, and then you will not get a pull-in trade on this setup. So that's how we can do it. We can use momentum, the momentum chart, to gauge strength of the market. And listen, this works on all futures, all stocks, all currency markets. So you literally can have the momentum chart up, looking for when the momentum comes in. You want all 6 green or all 6 red. Like I said, you want to see it look like this. all 6 red, all 6 red, momentum. Algo caught these short up here this morning. All right, or you want to see all 6 green like this to catch momentum. All right, if you have 4 against 2, it's 4 by 2. It did close outside the outer zone, which is positive for a possible trend change to the upside. So the algo now is just waiting. It's just a slow market this morning. You know, we had 3 back-to-back trade that happened. Now it's just trying to reverse to the upside. So that's what we're getting out to, you guys. We're getting out to the strategy in the new indicator and how I'm going to train a lot of traders and educate traders. Let the momentum come in the market first. Use the momentum indicator, and then you can turn the strategy on and let it do its thing. Because the neat thing about the automated strategy is that, you know, you have your set targets in there. It does 4 contracts. You got your stops in to limit the risk, and then we got the trail in trying to get the big move. Like on yesterday on those when it's running live, we had some big runners. So now you can see it's still not pulling us in. Still not pulling us in. So there's still no setup. So it cannot close outside the zone. If it closes outside the zone, there will be no setup and it will not pull in. So that's the neat thing about the algo. It will be specific. When it gets inside the zone, it has to reverse. Got to reverse. If you specify to reverse in that specific zone, it has to reverse. It's just not going to buy and sell for no reason. Long position traders got caught. There's your red. There is your red ATR. There's your green speed bars. There's your arrow that automatically printed. Now you don't have to use the algo. You can just do the indicator. Now if you're away from the zone, it will still print arrows when there is a possible buy setup in hard trends. When there's speed bars. Green speed bars set this up against overall ATR. Green speed bars set this up against overall ATR. Caught that trade. Green speed bar. Caught this arrow high. Big trade there. So the arrows will print when there's a possible setup. Okay. Arrow printed here up against the ATR. And then I had the strategy set to only print inside the zones. Got inside the zone perfect this morning. There again, you're not going to print an arrow until you get an opposite color speed bar against ATR. Here again, opposite color speed bar, opposite color speed bar. So now we're waiting on this to print. As long as it stays inside of the overall zone. All right, it's just a little bit slow this morning. So, but that's how we'll do it. We're wrapping this thing up for all you members. We're going to be sending this new algo out to you. The biggest thing, you can use it as an indicator, or you can use it as a strategy. If you use it as an indicator or a strategy, your arrows will print, or the indicator will print also. So these arrows will print with the indicator, or they'll print with the strategy also. Or you can do both together. If you use it as a strategy, then it will print the arrow just like it does the indicator. Let's say you just want to run the strategy by itself. It will still print these WPT trades, optic color speed bars into the zone. It will still print that whether you do the indicator or the strategy. Okay, so I'm just waiting on to pull in. Looking for a reversal. You're going to get an error here in a second. There it is. See the arrow just automatically plotted. There's the arrow just automatically plotted. So you can see this is what it will do. Arrows will automatically plot when there's a possible setup, when there's possible movement in the market. Now there's only 4. There's only 4, so it's not 6. I just want to show you the purpose of the demonstration, how this thing fires. So this is the indicator firing the arrow automatically. If you have a strategy, I have the strategy set to hit the outer edge. If it doesn't hit the outer edge, no strategy will fire. You can see, for the purpose of running it, you can see when this arrow is going to fire. It's going to fire when you have speed bars, green speed bars, red speed bars, opposite color ATR, and there we go. Now the market takes off. Now I'm running an uni. I'm running a 1-13-13 uni. You can run anything you want to run, but that's what I'm running as far as this goes. The best time is when you're all 6 red or all 6 green. Your targets can vary depending on you, how you want to do it, but your targets on this can vary. If you want 12 tick first target, I got a 25 first target, 25 tick first target, 50 tick second target, 75 tick third target, and 150 tick fourth target. But you can change those targets depending how you want to do it.